If you looking for movies featuring Brazilian older woman younger man relationship. In this video, we will recommend the top 10 Brazilian older woman younger man relationship movies. So check it out. Number 10, The River, 2018. Director, Juan Pablo Richter.
¿Cuántos años tenías cuando comenzaste a salir con mi padre?
As a troubled teenager, Sebastian faces difficult situations on a daily basis. His mother, unable to control him or stop him, decides that he has had enough and throws him out of her house. Barely 16 years old, Sebastian must find another place where he will be accepted, and his only option is to travel to a town on the border of Bolivia, called Guayamarin, where his father, Rafael, lives with his new partner. The small town does not have the freneticism of the city, and although at first Sebastian feels uncomfortable, little by little he begins to enjoy the apparent calm of the place. His father, however, is a tough, traditional, and macho man who constantly abuses Julieta, his partner, a sweet and beautiful woman who has established a good relationship with the teenager. Number 9. Real Beleza, 2015. Director, Jorge Furtado.
Agora, olha pouquinho pra cá, tá? Ótimo.
Photographer gets involved with a family as he seeks for a new model in a small town. João, Vladimir Brichta, is a decadent photographer looking for a new model to relaunch his career. He leaves for the south of Brazil, where he photographs dozens of teenagers, until he becomes enchanted by the beauty of Maria, Vitória Estrada, who he wants to transform into an international model. But Pedro, Francisco Cuoco, the girl's father, is opposed to his daughter's professional career. During Pedro's trip, João has a love affair with Anita, Adriana Esteves, Maria's mother. Number 8. Intimacy Between Strangers, 2018. Director, José Alvarenga Jr.
E a música?
Quando ele sair, me avisa para aumentar o som.
Ele nunca sai.
A woman moves back from Sao Paulo to her hometown, Rio de Janeiro. On new residence, she forms an unlikely bond with her young neighbor based on their past memories, sadness, and loneliness. Maria has just moved to Rio de Janeiro, with the aim of accompanying Pedro, her husband, who will be one of the protagonists of a miniseries. As much as she is from Rio, the return of the city doesn't please her because of the memories she has with her father, who has now passed away. The couple moves into a building whose manager is the young Horatio, who is very strict with the rules of the place. At first, Maria clashes with him, but little by little she gets closer to her neighbor. Number 7. Amor Bandido, 2021. Director, Daniel Andrés Werner.
Ñaño. ¿Cómo la vamos a extrañar?
Follows the story of the son of an important, wealthy federal judge with whom he has a rather tense relationship, Joan, Renato Quadradio, who is a naive 16-year-old boy who falls in love easily. At his renowned school, he falls in love with Luciana, Romina Ricci, the 35-year-old arts teacher with whom he makes the decision to escape to a mansion in the interior of the country after lying to family and friends to give free rein to his love. But Joan soon discovers, to her horror, that she has fallen into a trap and will fall prey to the dark side of. Joan must fight to save his life, starting with the arrival of Gustavo, Rafael Ferro, at the house, who also turns out to be a man of interest to Luciana. Number 6. River of Desire, 2022. Director, Sergio Machado.
Tem foto da mãe aqui em casa, não. Ei, o quê? Ela não vai entrar pra família, ué?
After falling in love with Anaira, Sophie Charlotte, Dalberto, Daniel de Oliveira, leaves his job in the police so the couple can start living on the banks of the Rio Negro, in the house that Dalberto shares with his two brothers. But when Dalberto is forced to take a risk on a long trip up the river, Dalmo, Romulo Braga, the older brother, has to fight to control the attraction he feels for his sister-in-law. Meanwhile, Anera and Armando, Gabriel Leon, the youngest, also get closer. And Dalberto's return brings together under the same roof 3 brothers in love with the same woman. Number 5. Fake Blonde, 2007. Director Carlos Reichenbach.
Amigo bem dotado, potente, de toda a face da terra.
Silmara, Roseanne Mulholland, is a beautiful worker who supports her father, an ex-convict who was deformed by fire. She tries at all costs to maintain a friendly relationship with him and his younger brother, at the same time as she maintains an ambiguous relationship with dance teacher Regina. At the factory where Silmara works, she is encouraged to help Berducha, a shy and lonely woman. The two of them and Regina go to the Bruno e os Andres show, where Silmara meets and gets involved with Bruno de Andre, Kawa Raymond, the band's idol. Soon Silmara becomes her friend's dream, as it represents the chance for rapid social advancement. Number 4. The Other End, 2016. Director Felipe Scholl.
Esperei ontem a noite inteira. Esperei você ligar para me despedir.
Diogo, Tom Karabachian, a 17-year-old young man, has a little quirk. He likes to call his mother's female therapy patients and masturbate while listening to them on the phone. One of these patients is Angela, Karine Tellez, 43-year-old, a woman who has just left her husband. When Diogo calls Angela, he thinks it is her husband she is calling. She begins to have a relationship with the silence on the other end of the line. But when she finds out that she is Diogo, she is disgusted. She is furious. But most of all, she is attracted to this person who showed so much interest in her. She was the only person he called her every day. So what started out as a very unusual relationship soon evolves into something positive for both of them. Number 3. The Prince, 2019. Director Sebastián Muñoz.
¿Te cuento tu secreto?
Ya.
Esta sonrisa me la juego.
Just before Allende assumes the presidency, Jaime Juan Carlos Maldonado is a lonely and narcissistic young man who stabs his best friend in an apparent passionate outburst. Sentenced to prison, he meets El Potro, Alfredo Castro, an older and respected man with whom he establishes a close relationship of black love, as they call him in prison. Now Jaime will be the prince and will discover affections, loyalties, and power struggles behind bars. This drama based on the novel by Mario Cruz. Number 2. The Past, 2007. Director Hector Babenco.
Está vivo, que golpee 3 veces esta foto y yo le abro la puerta.
Rimini is a young translator who recently ended a 12-year marriage with Sofia, who was his first girlfriend. The separation was peaceful until Rimini started dating Vera, a 22-year-old model. One day, Sofia tries to kiss him by force, which causes Vera, who witnessed the scene, to die from being run over. A year later, already remade, Rimini marries Carmen, his translation partner. The trauma of Vera's death gave him mysterious amnesia, which makes him forget the languages he needs to translate at work. Helped by Carmen and the birth of her son, Lucio, Rimini needs to adapt to her new reality as a dependent husband. Number 1. Casa Grande, 2014. Director Felipe Barbosa.
Sua opção de curso, Jean?
Faculdade?
Exploring issues of class privilege among Rio's decadent elite, Casa Grande depicts a teenage boy's struggle to escape his overprotective parents as they covertly spiral into bankruptcy. Sonia and Hugo, who are from the upper bourgeoisie of Rio and lead a very comfortable life. Little by little, they go bankrupt, but no one knows about their financial problems, not even their son Jean, who does everything he can to free himself from his overprotective parents. To stay afloat, the couple cuts expenses, and he, who only cared about girls and university entrance exams, faces reality for the first time.